What's up, you guys? This is another video on how to cop Yeezys using Taskbot. So for this video, I'm going to explain to you guys how to use this bot. As you can see that I ran for Supreme earlier this morning. Recap for Supreme real quick. The guitar itself I couldn't get because that sold out pretty quickly, and one of my mistakes that I did was I didn't go with my own advice. What I did was I ran 15 tasks, and 10 of them were for the guitar, and then 5 of them were for Arabic tees. And I shouldn't have done the Arabic tees because the proxies that I had registered the Arabic tees first. So I was solving CAPTCHAs for the Arabic tees and not the guitar. So what I should have done was probably like 5 proxies for the guitar and then like 5 or 3 for the Arabic, and hope that the guitar itself got the CAPTCHAs first. But that was my mistake, and I'm constantly learning on how to better handle myself, better cop more of these drops. And I'm here to tell you guys, all you new users and old who are trying to get a new edge on how to get Yeezys, how to use this bot to get the blue tints that are coming out this Saturday. So a little background on how many belugas that I got using this bot, and it was the first Yeezys that I've used this spot in, minus the Pibras. But then the Pibras, the only site that I actually used Taskbot in was Yeezy Supply, and that was obvious in L. But for the belugas, I copped 7. I think 4 of them were from Taskbot itself. I got 2 from Yeezy Supply, 1 from Kith, and 1 from Finish Line Mobile. Right? And then I got 3 off of Adidas's actual website manually. So now, moving on from that topic, I'm going to explain to you guys what sites that I personally use on Taskbot to get the highest chance of getting my Yeezys. So if you guys remember the video that I made on how to cop Supreme, I recommended you guys at max 15 tasks is the limit for Taskbot, right? So with 15 tasks, you have all these sites that are dropping at the same exact time. So you have to know how to maximize your chance of getting these Yeezys, right? So I myself stick to maybe 3 or 2 even sites per time limit, right? So let's say it's Friday night, right? And I know that Yeezy Supply is going to drop at 3 a.m., right? So then I maximize that, right? And Yeezy Supply is the only one that drops at 3 a.m., right? So I maximize that by having all 15 slots, right? Or 10 or whatever, however many proxies that you have, right? Under 15. I maximize all that on Yeezy Supply, right? And the best thing to do is to use use residential proxies so that you don't get Shopify banned, because Yeezy Supply is run behind Shopify, right? If you're gonna go for personals on Yeezy Supply, I suggest you do at most 4 tests because they get banned really fast, right? So basically, at 3 a.m., right? Let's say my page monitor goes off, right? Or Yeezy Mafia on Twitter tweets out that the password page is up, right? Then I create all my tasks, right? Or even before that, I create my tasks. Right? Let me just do the test, right? And then in the news section, it should tell you that for Yeezy Supply, do 350. That's the keyword usually, right? So you put 350. What size? I'm a size 12, right? And then whatever proxies you want, right? You click the proxies, right? I'm only gonna have that, right? So password page goes up. It's 412, right? Usually Yeezy Supply drops after the password page, 15 minutes after the password page goes up, right? What I do is as soon as my page monitor on Google Chrome or Yeezy Mafia says that it's live, I start all, right? Everything's gonna go to monitoring, adding to cart, and it's gonna go to queue, right? And at that point, all you have to do is hope. Like it's a hit or miss, because the queue could either take forever, no matter how fast you get into the site and how fast you click on add to cart and whatever. It's honestly just like a raffle system. Like it doesn't matter where you are in queue, it just randomly puts you through to checkout, and hopefully you get lucky and yeah, so hopefully you could get something from Yeezys. I haven't had success with it as much as any other sites. Belugas I did pretty decent on, but for Pibras I didn't really do well with Taskbot, right? Um, like I said in the previous video before, Taskbot is known for Shopify and Supreme. So whatever Shopify site is dropping the Yeezys, right? Such as, let's see, um, DSM DSM sometimes drops them, sometimes doesn't. It's up there, right? Finish Line Mobile, do that one, right? So I do 3 sites, right? Finish Line or 4 sites sometimes, right? Finish Line Mobile, right? Very important, right? They're gonna give you the keyword like an hour before. If they don't, just put Yeezy, okay? That I should have put more profiles in. I could have caught more from Finish Line, but I only put in one. I don't know why. That was my mistake. But what I do is I do Finish Line, Kith, and I remember for the Belugas it was Off the Hook, right? All 3 of these sites dropped at 7 a.m. in the morning Pacific time, so 10 a.m. Eastern time for you guys if you guys are in America, right? So I did all 3 of those sites, right? Do not do as many sites as you can. I know some of these sites drop, like let's say like Rue Villa drops, like Foot Locker, like foot sites. Don't stay away from foot sites, right? This bot is not meant to handle foot sites, okay? So stick with Shopify, right? So there are going to be a lot of Shopify sites that do drop at 7 a.m. or at whatever time, right? But you have to know how to maximize your potential to get as many as you can, right? So what I do personally for my setup is I have 3 sites that I always try to hit on: Off the Hook, Kith, and Finish Line Mobile. That doesn't mean that you guys all should go onto those 3 sites, right? It means that oh damn, sorry. It means that you guys should choose 2 or 3 sites that you think that you can hit off of, and that you know that you're going to drop at 7. Now, for the Belugas, that's what I did, because Kith didn't drop at midnight, which it sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. So you just have to keep checking up on it, having a page monitor, looking at tweets, looking at all these things, in order to find out what time is going to be the best to start it, right? So I had those 3 sites, right? I had 3 tasks for each one, right? Different proxies for each, right? And I was able to cop 1 from Finish Line, 1 from Kith, Off the Hook. Was it sold out really fast? So I had 9 tasks running for Shopify, right? And what happened at Belugas is that all these sites dropped as soon as the splash page went up for Adidas too, right? The one thing that I want you guys to know for Taskbot is Taskbot is not good with Adidas. Taskbot is not good with Adidas. I mean, you guys could try using I think it's called the support page monitor. Yeah, page support, right? This basically what you do is you put in this. I exited out of it. You put in that this URL, right? http www.adidas.com/Yeezy, right? And then you start it, right? And what I think it does is it sends 10 tasks to Adidas.com and hopes that 1 passes through. As soon as 1 passes through, you could actually make login, right? And then put in whatever the style code, whatever size you want, and then you start it after that, right? And then that maybe it could get you 1, right? I have never had success with it, and I suggest you don't use it unless that's your only option, right? If you have another computer, then I suggest you go manually off that computer and then just run the page support on your Mac. Or if you have an Adidas bot such as Splash Force or Y Cop, or what other ones are there? Splash Page Destroyer or One Stop Adidas. Any of those bots are beasts on Adidas, right? But make sure that you have enough proxies to support them. Okay. I'm not gonna go in detail over Splash Force because that I still don't know. I don't have as much confidence in that yet because I am just starting off using it. But if I have the opportunity to get a lot of carts, then I will show you guys a tutorial on how to use Splash Force and how to get it and whatnot, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. For Yeezys, it's honestly just a coin flip. Sometimes your bot could get it, sometimes you can't. But the tutorial that I'm trying to teach you guys is how to maximize your effort and how to maximize your chances of getting a pair of Yeezys, right? I myself got 7 or 8, right? 7 or 8. I don't even remember. I sold all of them. But yeah, so that's that. A lot of people were asking me what type of proxies that I use. If you guys didn't watch till the end of the Supreme video, what I used was iced out proxies and boosted proxies. I am not sponsored by them. I personally have one criticism for iced out is that for today's Supreme drop, they were pretty slow because I used another proxy provider that's in my Discord group, and his went maybe like 1.5 seconds faster than the proxies that were given to me by iced out. Every proxy provider has their ups and downs. Like sometimes the drop's not going to register because the server's overloaded. Sometimes it's just slower than others. Like what I'm telling you to do basically is to get as many different providers of proxies as you can. That way, if one fails, right, another one could succeed, right? So me personally, for like Supreme or like for Yeezy drops, I use both iced out and boosted proxies, right? For my Adidas bot Splash Force, right? I'm gonna have 100 proxies for US, 100 proxies for UK, all from different providers, right? One from my Discord, one from iced out, one from boosted, whatever, right? By having different providers, right, and having different tasks and having different sites that you can hit on, not many sites, but different sites, right? So like 3 sites, right? You maximize your potential. So I'm just gonna show you exactly or somewhat of how my setup kind of looks like. Let's say like this is like the style code, right? I'm just gonna do it real quick. Pretend that I'm putting in the proxies, right, with each task, right? Then finish line mobile. Finish line mobile. 1, 2, 3, and then off the hook. That's what I do. Off the hook and Kith is random, but for the most part, they've been dropping at 7. Sometimes they drop at like 6 or at midnight. This is all Pacific time, just for all the Easterners out there, right? This is literally how my setup looks, and what I plan to do is have a video. Probably a time lapse of how my Yeezy drop turns out. Hopefully I could get some from here, right? This is my setup. Like I said, this should not be exactly like your setup. You need to experiment with it. You need to test it. Make sure you have advanced checkout out, smart checkout, right? And make sure you log into your Gmail. And one thing very important thing, if you want one-click CAPTCHAs, what I suggest you do is watch a YouTube video throughout the entire drop. Trust me on this. Google gives you easier CAPTCHAs if it knows that you are a human, correct? And if you're actually watching a YouTube video, right, then that means that Google itself, which owns YouTube, right, knows that you're doing something on their site, right? So if they know that you're doing something on their site, then they'll know that you're human and give you one-click CAPTCHAs or super easy like the 3-click CAPTCHAs. That's about it, right? So that's a helpful way of getting no CAPTCHAs or very little CAPTCHAs, right? That's a very, very helpful tip, right? Let's see. So proxies, I went over that. Why not Adidas? I went over that. What sites that I go on personally, I went over that, right? I start those 9 tasks, just like Supreme, I start them 5 seconds before it hits 7, right? So it's at 6:55, 55, right? I start them and then just hope that the monitoring hits and that the CAPTCHA hits. Make sure your attention is not diverted through everything, because when a Yeezy drop happens, there's 1,000 things that are happening all the time, right? Adidas drops, Yeezy supply drops, everything drops, and you're just like all diverted. Make sure you stick with one thing. Don't have your attention span everywhere and then be too late on everything, right? One last thing that I would really I want to give a shout out to is a provider that I am working through. What is it? So I'm in this Discord group, right? It's called Sneaker Talks, and what the staff is doing is we are running a carding system or a carding service, right? The link will be down below. It's sneakertalks.io, right? And we will be running carts throughout the drop. I believe we are running UK, AU, Canada, US, I think Germany too. Yeah, and our carts are going to be $50 each because we are just starting out, and I believe that is the cheapest that you'll find in any market. And we are a very credible source. We have a group of 20 people, I believe, running different tasks, different proxies, different everything, trying to get you guys carts as fast as possible. Just letting you know, the carts do go out fast, right? The carts will go out fast, so it's first come first serve. You have to add to checkout and check out for you to get the login. I will also link a video on how to actually get a cart from the website down below. One of our members actually made it to explain to you guys exactly the process of how to get a cart and how to check out yourself, right? And yeah, that's about it for this Yeezy drop. It's not too bad. It's pretty straightforward. If you guys have any questions, hit me up on Twitter at PureHypeworthy or down in the comments below. I've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of people eager to use this bot and eager to just start copying a lot of stuff. Yeah, if this channel does gain momentum, I plan on doing different giveaways. If you guys saw my Twitter, I had maybe like 15 or 20 different boxes that I had to unpack. I personally couldn't make a unboxing video because I just moved in from college. I came back for winter break, and I just didn't have time to like film it and like edit it and all that stuff, especially with the Yeezy drop. And I believe that this video is more helpful for you guys, and I hope that you guys learned something from it, and I hope that you guys benefited. Yeah. Until the next video, peace.